Welcome back to Real Talk and Healthy Food. It's your girl. Make sure you come on in the room. Go ahead and hit that like and the subscribe. Let's get this cracking. Today we're going to do a story time. The story time today is going to be the story of the times that I have encountered police brutality. What I found interesting about my life is when I have been brutalized by police. I was doing absolutely nothing wrong. But when I was doing the wrong thing, I was left alone for a long time. I'm going to start with a story. I'm going to smoke in this episode. I'm going to cuss. I'm going to cry. I'm going to go through a range of emotions here. Okay. And in an effort to be very open with you, and give you an honest perspective. 'Cause I'm an everyday person just like you. I just happen to do more than others. Um, so yeah, we're gonna start here. I think I may tell 4 stories, but I'm gonna be content with 3. So let's start with this one. Um, yeah, let's start. Back in the day when I first met my best friend, we were in this program and we ended up getting on at this gig that was dumb far from where we lived. And we had this super crazy guy because my best friend, rest in peace, would um meet these crazy guys and I was just with the shits because I was just like young and whatever and just like extra riding with my big sis, you know what I'm saying? So she put me on to the gig, so I was trying to get to where I needed to go. So he would pick us up every day, like 5:15 in the morning every day, and we get off like 3 in the afternoon. And so where did I end up? So like all money making people who's chasing the dollar. Okay, I ended up somewhere on the East Coast, right? So I was doing my thing or whatnot, and my best friend hit me and it's just like, honestly, that area, because from that time frame to the time I was on the East Coast had to be like within a year. Um, and at that point of me hearing this story, um, I was already in the East Coast at that point. So his situation, his murder, ended up on the news. Okay, so they tried to say he had this big ass knife. Now he didn't. He ended up coming to light that he had a box cutter, and we all had box cutters. We worked in a factory where we cut fold boxes, and it was like a shampoo plant. So, we cut boxes, you know what I'm saying? Like you cutting plastic, you're doing all that. So you have to have a box cutter. It's like part of the job. You're not going to be able to do your job. I had a box cutter. She had a box cutter. They had a box cutter, right? They try to make it seem like it was some ill shit because they were like at the time I interpreted it like, oh shit, maybe he dumbed out, like how anybody else would see some shit, right? So, like, the nigga was cooked. Like, I'm not gonna front like he was cooked, but that doesn't give you a right to be like a fuckhead with somebody. Cause just cause a nigga's cooked doesn't mean they're stupid. You feel me? So I knew he was fried, died, and laid to the side, but they try to make it seem like he was on some ill shit, but that's not even in his nature. Like, mind you, I'm riding with this dude 5 o'clock in the morning, you feel me? Now he may have been a knock or a crackhead or whatever, basehead, whatever, but he was so cool enough to be consistent with some shit like that. Like, who do you know that's gonna pull up on you at 5 o'clock in the morning every day consistently? Like, for real, think about that. Anyway, I was shaking and baking how I was moving out east, and my partner told me, like, yo, the fucking police killed him because they tried to make it seem like he had this ill gun, and really he just had a box cutter, and niggas saw that shit. I was like, oh my God, like, I fucking know him, and niggas, like, thought I was lying because I was around some new niggas, so, they wasn't, like, feeling me, so I'm on the jack, like, yo, like, this is ill, like, but I wasn't like, it didn't hit me, you know what I'm saying? So, side story, uh, you know, my brother's best friend, went through some ill shit out in Cali, um, where they kicked in the door and fucked up the fam, and they ended up they fought that case. They really fought that case. Like, they fucked their mom dukes up. Like, they was on some mad disrespectful shit, and they basically got away with the shit. Like, that's the point of the conversation, right? To let you know, like, it could be somebody that you never thought, uh, who went through the ill shit, but survived, Boom. So, another story, yeah, but they murked my partner, my little crazy friend. They killed him. It was on CNN like every day for a few weeks. That was my partner. Yo, honestly, I was looking for the story, but I couldn't remember his name. And I was typing in all the ways that you could like try to find the story and whatnot. And they cover things like that up, you know what I'm saying? But it's real, it's a true story. Like, it was on CNN. A lot of people remember it was out. So yeah, that's what the fuck happened with that. So that was my little first encounter with some police brutality action. So let's go into the next story. Yo, so we're okay, the next story. So I was out in Cali, so I was in Oakland. And I thought that I was on some whole like, you know, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not, oh, sex was good, blew my mind, and you know how that song go. I got to be out my mind and think I need someone to carry me. I done enough crying, 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 crying. I'm gonna say bye bye. I gotta do something for me, for me. So I was out there on that hype, right? So I was trying to be like, I don't know, from a distance, like extra. I didn't know if I was gonna, make things work or not, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I ended up running into an old ill Cali nigga. He was ill, he was bossed, you know what I'm saying? And, I had spent like my adult formative years on the East Coast. So it was, I was born and raised in California, you know what I'm saying? But being in Oakland as a single adult woman, deciding a relationship is a different thing, okay? So, long story short, he bagged me in the club and I fell for the shit and it was all groovy, right? So the next day, I was in a different part of the bay. Like, I was in like, what was it, Milpitas, Sunnyvale, somewhere like that. I was in that Mountain View, somewhere there, right? And so I would drive out. I was gonna drive out to Oakland to come see him. You know what I'm saying? And so we was gonna go out to lunch or whatnot. Like the nigga was like grown, so I'm used to like thug life. And this fool had a tie. Nigga's tie was blowing in the wind with the ill fucking suede joints. Like I'm like, oh, this is super grown, right? So anyway, so this fool's like, handling business for his uncle. He's got like this is like across the street from a college. I don't know shit about Oakland, so I'm just out here like, okay, word for show. I'm in the little whip my uncle gave me for the summer, so I'm just gonna post up. I'm cute, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So, I kicked back on the car, so. I'm kicking back on the car and I'm getting ready and I'm just like somewhere in the fun in the sun. You know what I'm saying? And no malice, no ill intent, being killed, being la la la. And then the mall cop rolled up on me from across the street. So, like, I'm on this side, it's like sunny and fields, and across the street is the college, right? And so this fool's coming towards me, and I'm just like, the fuck? Like, I don't know what it is about police, but like, I just immediately just get mad as fuck. Like, I just. So the Jake rolls up on me and he's like, yo, basically you a hoe ass bitch and la la la. Now at that time, what year was this? Bitch, maybe 10, 11, 12 years ago. I was about my dust, okay? Okay. But at that time, I was trying to bag me a fine ass nigga. So your girl wasn't about no bread, and I was coming out the East Coast. So a bitch is not really trying to trick or treat on across the street from a college. Like, I was getting mad though. So, I wasn't like, the fuck, right? So the motherfucking hella accusing me of some whole ass shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? This area is known for prostitution. I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck that got to do with me? So he wanted to see my ID. Boom, I'm giving you the ID. I need you to fuck out my face. Because mind you, I'm used to being out east. So I'm doing bow, bow, bow. The fuck, you know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here, boom. So I can shit on you, push you, I'll keep pushing, right? But they wasn't for that life, okay? The Oakland Jakes is on some other shit. Those are some Joshes. Like, they're not Jakes, they're Jasons, nigga, okay? Boom, give him the ID. Oh, you from Massachusetts? I was like, little bit, first of all, nigga, I was born and raised out in Sacramento. So, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know shit about no Oakland. I'm out here on a day. Boom, day in a whole prostitution area. Like, oh shit, I done fucked up. But I'm like, yo, like, no, like, not like that. Like, yo, he don't even know. I done bagged one of the illest niggas in the club. Mind you, that night, little backstory, my cousin done bagged the nigga with a Porsche that own a restaurant. I done got the ill nigga that's running his own business, and I'm literally waiting on him to go on a date. And it's like, oh my fucking God, like, are you fucking kidding me? So mind you, this is like early 2000s, so like I just got the ill lace front, that shit. But my real hair back in them days, okay, I didn't have the struggle from that I got today. I had my joint was long and popping afro because I saw it coming to America and I wanted to grow my hair out like old girl who's like ooh 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 down the hallway. Totally my inspiration. Okay, so boom. So this, and I'm mentioning the wig for a reason because my shit was popping. Like, I had just got that shit straight laid by my cousin. Shout out to you guys. So she got me together. So I'm arguing with the mall cop. Plus, he was grouchy that I'm roasting him because it's like, nigga, you on this? I don't know what that little scooter thing. I can't think of what it is. But I'm like, nigga, you a whole mall cop. Like, fuck out of here with your head ass. So, and plus, he was hella fat. So I hella was disrespectful, right? So he get grouchy or whatever. Yo, another Jake pull up on me. Them motherfuckers straight picked me up in the fucking air and slammed me down on the ground. When his partner pulled up, hold on, so you can understand what the fuck I'm saying. Them niggas picked me up in the fucking air and slammed me on the fucking ground. And I was just like so motherfucking like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? These two big ass, grown ass niggas picked me up and threw me in the air. Like, but I was dumb skinny, like, you know what I'm saying? Back then, like, I wasn't skinny. I always been like, ooh, zoom. But like I was real small and yo, that nigga grabbed me by my fucking hair and the wig came off. So I was like surprised because I'm a rowdy bowdy ass chick. Like surprised I still got hair. And that's why I mentioned how booming my shit was because it wasn't like he caught me dusty. Like I had my two little braids, like, oh boom, you thought you was gonna catch a bald headed bitch, like fuck out of here, nigga, right? And so I just couldn't believe it. Like, no nothing, no reasoning, no nothing, no nothing. They picked me up in the fucking air, they handcuffed me, and I was in jail. Yeah, that was it. To this day, I like my ears feel hot, and not even tell you, I got locked up for talking shit. I got locked for talking shit. That's what I got locked for. In Oakland, in front of Delaney College, not even having a motherfucking clue that that was like a hoe area. You know what I'm saying? So I get locked. I'm talking cash shit because it's not my first time in jail. Like, I've been in jail on some like ill, just going crazy, having fun shit. Like, I'm out, like, back in the day when I was like hella crazy, you know what I'm saying? Fucking shit up, being wild, like, and I'll be like, oh, well, I don't give a fuck, bitch, and going to jail. Didn't give a fuck because I hella was like fucked up. But like this was some old regular like talking shit. Like here's my idea, and you know how the Jakes be like talking shit, hella disrespecting you. So then you come back at them, and they get extra mad at you, and it's like, bitch, you come in mad disrespectful off top. The fuck you thought I was some sucker because you got on a fucking badge, bitch. The fuck, you feel me? Type shit. So it's like you know how they be. And so I was extra for the shit because I was just like extra wow. So, but that wasn't one of those times, is the difference. So that's why it extra got me because I've been in situations where I was hella the instigator or the agitator or it's a word that I can't think of, the person who's the starting the shit. So I would take it on the chin, you know what I mean? But when it's some shit, when you're that kind of person and you're getting accused of some shit that you know you didn't do or nothing the fuck at all, period.com, it's like, god damn, what the fuck? So bitch, it was this long ass hour and a half ride, no lie, like an hour and a half ride out to some country ass fucking area. Okay, this is what you pay for California. Cali, y'all niggas, when you get your check and they take that money, you're paying to get bitches locked for nothing, and you're paying the gas for them to ride an hour and a half to country bumfuck town to only be there like a night, maybe two, and then she gets shipped back on the same bus to go back to the city. That's what you pay for. A hella waste of time, right? Mind you, I still don't know what the fuck I went through all that for. They drop you back off in the same spot that you was in, and it's like, what a waste of fucking time. You feel me? So I was in there. So let's rewind back to the part. Like, let me tell you how the crazy I was the fuck going, nigga. First of all, I was training with my brother, so I was doing sets of 50 sit-ups in one ooh like I could do 50 sit-ups in like boom, like mad short time. So I swear to God, I did at least like I don't know 350, 400 fucking sit-ups, and that motherfucker going crazy because I had called my brother and I was screaming at the time. My brother, these motherfuckers locked me up for nothing. I'm out here about to go on a date with motherfucking Superfly. And these motherfuckers fucking up my shit. And I think I was more mad at the fact that they ruined my day with the ill nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, not only did you accuse me of being a hoe, but now you fucked up my day. I'm in fucking jail, and it's like for fucking whole nothing. So luckily, I done ran into the real boss hoss, and he fucking bailed me out of job. I called my brother first, then I called him. He posted the bill, and but I still had to make that long travel for no reason, where I should have just really been able to get ROR, straight the fuck out. But nope, I had to take the long ride down the road. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, y'all niggas is taking a bitch up the road like she done fucking did some ill shit. Like, all I literally was doing was standing outside while cute and black. So that's the story time on that. Now, there's another part of that story that I'll share maybe when I feel more comfortable sharing those kind of stories. But yeah, I ran into a trail one. He bailed your girl out, and after I had got out, I kicked it with him. We had a funky good time, and that was that. I took it on the chin. Now, why did I mention that part? I mentioned that part because I really didn't. I think in those times we didn't have a platform where we was really like heard like that. You feel what I'm saying? And we would talk amongst each other about the fuck shit that police would do. It wasn't no fucking like Instagram or the Facebook and all that shit. We had the MySpace and whatnot, but niggas from my time frame, I don't know, unless you was just like hella thirst trapping. But if you like back in them days, like it wasn't shit to be on and cracking. You know what I'm saying? So unless you was just like kind of lameish, but I don't know. In those times for myself, I had more interactions with real people in real time rather than some internet action. So whatever. So that's that story that time. Oh wait. I had that other point. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm kind of scattered because it's major shit. But I didn't have the connection, the awareness that I do today. I had it on some level, but not really necessarily understanding that this was happening to more people. You heard the Rodney Kings, and you know what I'm saying. The stories you would normally hear, but we knew it was as rampant as it is, but it wasn't broadcasted as it is today. And I think that is a problem. I think that is intentional. I think that there is something there with that. The crying, the pleading, the slavery. Like I was talking about Oprah. The downtrodden, the just looking out of the window, watching the asphalt grow. No, we in this bitch like Martin, bitch, Martin. Okay, I know my parents love. Okay, we got tired of that broke shit. Okay, so I'm not gonna get in my shit, but you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to keep going off course. Let's move on to the next most important story because I could go deeper and all that, but I want to stay on track And the story time is about my police brutality experiences. Because yeah, I know I'm joking, I'm all this and that, but there's no reason why two grown men should be picking up a young woman up in the air and throwing her on the ground and snatching her wig off and putting her in the jail for absolutely positively no fucking goddamn reason. That's that. There wasn't no feminist there for me. But I think that, you know, for Sandra Bland, for Breonna Taylor, for Atiana Jefferson, and the light skinned girl, I see her face so vividly. I can't remember her name. She was out in Baltimore. Her 5-year-old son ended up getting shot. She was trying to protect her home. Like, for those women, Ida B. Wells and whatnot, you know, I feel like I gotta at least say something. I really didn't feel like my story was that important until now. And I think I didn't feel it was important because nobody really gives a fuck. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas been saying the same shit for dumb long. And it's like, I really didn't think, like, I'm not dead, so why is my story important? And that's fucking sad. But I'm on deck. So the biggest, majorest police brutality action that your girl has been through that still haunts and has ruined my life and job potential opportunities in the whole nine on the strength of some whole fucking like bullshit. This story is mad hard. This story is why I cry in those kind of videos. It's this story that makes it hard to talk about this because I know what it's like to be in that position, to know and feel like, yo, it's over for me. And like, yo, I'm about to be the fuck out of here. And everybody watching, you know? That's the worst part. That's why I'm telling my police brutality story. Because the most heartbreaking part of it, everything for me, is I can see it. Every time I think about it, like, I got real things that came from that I deal with. And I know people been through worse shit than me, but it's something about the me seeing the Walgreens sign and the people being there while I'm on the ground, and I'm begging somebody to help me and nobody helped me. That's the worst part. You're looking at people watching and not helping when they could help. That's the part. That's the part. You know? Like, you're like, please help me. And they feel bad, and you know that they know, and they don't help you. That's that's where you're like, you know, like, so that's why I'm gonna share the story. So, yo, I'm young, hot, hood rich, rolling with the illest nigga on the block who's ready to rock, okay? And I'm not gonna go into the details. I mean, our shit is literally a movie, and I think he's grown enough for us to agree to write a book and make a movie and get paid. But yeah, the big one. Anyway, we're in the burbs and whatnot. And me and my partner had a special friend who I want to lay out everything, okay? Because I just want you to understand. So I'm at this ill downtown. I'm talking about some ill five-star restaurant, like, $300 a plate, like not even two, like, I mean, I'm talking about fireplace, like, ill fucking shit. This is where I'm coming from on this night, right? So he was a lung surgeon, and he was a playboy fuckhead, bawling ass fuckhead. I mean, I'm talking about so ill, like, he would get me and my partner the same gifts from the same, like, business conferences and shit like that. And I'd be like, this nigga is a whole fuckhead. So I really liked him though. And he was cool. And it was very platonic, extremely platonic. I don't know about my girl, but it was platonic between him and I. He respected me and my game and how I was moving. And I respected him as well. And he just wanted to take me out to dinner because he had just came from this ill conference out in Chicago, and we kicked it by the fireplace so the table was ready. And I'll never forget it. I was just like so hyped. It's like, oh my God, if I mark this dinner tonight, bitch, I'm in the house. Okay. But I done murked plenty of dinners with this fool. Oh my God. That's another story time. Y'all remind me of the time where me and my girl went to 4 restaurants because she was being a petty asshole bitch. Okay, no, seriously, you think I'm bullshit? This girl was a fucking real life brat. And I cannot wait to tell that story, but we ended up having a good time. And so, yeah, boom. Anyway, we kicked it, whatever. I was start at that time. I was like I was not trying to eat no meat no more. And I remember because my boo was at home. So we had a special thing. So, anywho, I had brought him the steak dinner that, and I just ate the vegetables and kept pushing, but I was like super like, I should go get those pictures over there, but one day. So I'm headed back to the burbs, and I mean, I'm dressed to the nines, you know what I'm saying? Like 4-inch heels, pencil skirt, like halter, like really classy base, just ill, like weave on 1000%, nails stayed booming and cracking. I mean, you see how I'm moving my videos, like my nails stay popping. So, boom. So I was just like extra good because I was going to a 5-star restaurant. Like I knew what kind of restaurant I was going to, so I had to be on deck. You feel me? So I was like more on deck at that time because with my ex, I had to always be like fucking ill like every single day, 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? That's why like sometimes I really enjoy being crunchy. For real, because at those times in this story that I'm talking about, your girl had to be like super califragilistic dope all the time. So it was a lot of work put into that. So I extra remember that night because I knew, you know what I'm saying? So I extra put in the work. So boom, I was like heading on my way home, and he already knew what time it was. So I went and stopped at the Walgreens because I was like, you know what? Let me get this now. So then in the morning we could just be on deck. We ain't got to worry about nothing. We gonna be good. You feel me? So I had made that little alley oop, came on back to the Walgreens, right? So mind you, I have been living in the city for a long time. Like I'm telling you, when like for example, say you're going to, it could be like the Western Union, it could be the fucking Chinese spot, it could be the fucking motherfucking the liquor store, you know what I'm saying? It could be the bank. Like somebody will pull up and park, right? And it'll be another nigga, like the whole thing. everybody done took the sidewalk. It'll be somebody who parked right next to that nigga. So I know in some areas y'all might not be used to that, but say like this the sidewalk, this the regular ass parking, right? Ding, this the car, then another car, it's all the cars, all right? And then somebody will pull up right there, put their flashes on, run in and out right quick. Then it might be another nigga who might be on the same shit and another nigga. And then sometimes if it's super califragilistic popping, it'll be 3 rows of them niggas cracking. And that's when the police will come, flashlights, get the fuck out the way. You know what I'm saying? And niggas will hurry up, hop in their cars, and keep it moving. You feel me? Because you only in there in 2.5. So this ain't no slow ass country town shit. Like, even in the store, the cashiers is moving and popping because they already know what time it is outside. You feel me? So I'm used to that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm in the burbs. So I like niggas parking in handicap spots, like all kind of crazy ass parking, because it literally be like 2 minutes and niggas is gone. So that's what I was on when I went in the Walgreens. Went in the Walgreens, got my shit. I parked in the handicap. Yes, I did. Pulled in, boom, whatnot. They got my shit. I was in there because the shit was literally right by the counter. Got the shit. I didn't have to walk nowhere because I knew that Walgreens. Bam, slam, pay out in the car. Like that's how fast. Okay, like I walked in. I was like Charlie's Angels in my heels, so I know my shit was extra short. Boom, get out, get to the car, and soon as I'm about to pull off, Super Cop blocks me. And I'm like, nigga, like, I see that fool going in, but I didn't think anything of it because it's like, who gives a fuck at 3 in the morning? You know what I'm saying? So, or like 2. It was more like 2 or something like that. And so it was an extra thing. So I'm calling like niggas ain't shit. I swear. I swear. By the moon. That niggas ain't shit. Listen, I was calling my nigga like dumb times. Like dumb fucking times. Okay? Because I had his whip. Long story short, I'm going to skip ahead. You know, I'm trying to call my dude. I'm letting him know. So at this point, like, I'm fucking ignoring him because I already done told him, like, yo, my nigga lives around the corner. Just give me a chance, blah, blah, blah. So this motherfucker opens my door, reaches in the car, unlocks the door, pulls me out by my hair. He took 2 of his hands, pull me out the car by my fucking hair, right? That, like, my shit was so laced. Drag me out the car, my nigga. And I'm trying to hold on to the steering wheel. He gets me out the car. All I know is my eyes was burning and I could not move my arm. And it was somebody on my back. I didn't know until I read the transcript at the court that it was 3 cops on me. I had only seen the 1 cop. So that means that when that faggot pulled me out the car by my hair, that other faggot maced me and the other faggot sat on me. Because I really thought, like, God damn, that happened so fast. And everything was on fire. My eyes, my boobs, my pussy was on fucking fire by the fucking mace because of how I was dressed. So all that ran because of the way the shirt was cut. All this was open and down, so it ran down my to my chest to my pussy. You know what I'm saying? And all that's on fire. All of this blazing. So I'm going super hamburger califragilistic, right? I'm going so hard because I'm a whole blaze. I'm cuffed, and they fucking like have me in the fucking wrestling. I don't know even know what the fuck kind of moves the niggas had me in. You know what I'm saying? Titties out, coochie out, everything out. And I'm just like, help me, help me, help me, help me. And I could see mad people through the fiery blinks, and nobody helped me. And they threw me in the fucking back seat on my stomach. I remember I had to like around with the shits. And I thought they was gonna kill me on dogs and on everything I love. I thought they was gonna kill me. I thought it was like about to be on some ill shit, you know? And I was just saying some ill shit. Like if this was the 50s, I would be dead. If this was the 50s, I would be dead. And that's what I kept saying. And my everything was fire. Yo, my titties, my skirt was up, you know. They walked me through the thing and everything was out, yo. Like my titties was out, my coochie was out, cause I was trying to be on some thought bob shit and with my date and hella like not thinking this would ever happen. The bitch was there the whole time. I'ma just call her the bitch. Because the distance that it took for me to get from that doorway to where they rinsed my eyes out, that whore saw my titties and my vagina all the way up into that water park. And for that whore bitch and her trick ass mama to birth her, to not give her the understanding that when a woman is exposed like that around a whole bunch of men is inappropriate, that trick ass bitch needs her ass whooped. So that whore let them parade me through that station to that hazardous area where they were going to rinse out my eyes. I was so mad. I didn't even want to rinse out my eyes. I wanted to feel the fire. I wanted to feel all the pain. And I know that sounds crazy as fuck, but it's fucking true. And I screamed 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 and I screamed. And they gave me fucking Burger King. And I smeared the sandwich all over the wall. I splashed the juice everywhere after I drank some. And cause I didn't eat meat, you know? And I just went crazy. I kicked the door the whole night. I banged on the walls. I rolled on the floor. I did all the ill shit. Like I went fucking uh beyond bonkers because number one, everything in my body was on fire from that mace. And that fueled the anger that I was there for like some bullshit. And the fact that nobody helped me just infuriated me. And then the fact that I couldn't leave made me go psycho. And I literally went psycho until I had no voice. I literally banged, kicked, and even when I had no voice, I just kept kicking the door the whole night, the whole time until they let me go. Like for real. And this is why I will forever Even though this is why I love him forever. When it came to me, you could be God and he will fuck you up for me. That's why I loved him. That nigga was about to fight all the police in the station if his nephews didn't pull him back and drag him out of that police station. I had no voice. That is a true story. He was about to hop over that counter. And I remember seeing all those police officers getting up out their desks. And both of his nephews had to take him out of that police station. He was about to fight everybody in there. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not putting 20 on 10. Like, he was ready to go. I seen him fight police. I seen him fight police. And I knew he meant that. He didn't play about me. He didn't play about me. And that meant everything, everything to me. That meant everything to me. You know, I was really, really blessed with him in a lot of ways. Because certain times, telling you, that's why you need that warrior spirit. That's why you gotta love those gangsters, love those thugs, but that's misdirected warrior energy. But we not talking about that. We talking about me. And I just remember because he didn't have no control over that, because he's very much a man that, you know, held everything down. So when he didn't have control of that, it it bothered him in a different way, and I could see it. And I was just so broken. I was just so weak. I was just so empty. I was just so empty because I had spent the whole night screaming, you know? And I just wanted to take a shower and go to bed. But other things happened that I can't talk about. But that's what happened. And the other part of what happened is I was in the court and it was my turn. And they read everything that happened. And that's when I found out it was 3 cops that was on me. That's the part. It was 3 of them. They was fucking me up. And they was reading everything. And I was like, he's lying. And she did not give a fuck, right? And not only that, that whore made me be the last person in the courtroom. And she told me that because they're friends, that she wanted me to write a letter of apology to the fucking police department. I'm talking about I was literally the last person in the courtroom. And then she wanted me to apologize to the same people who maced me, dragged me out the car by my hair, and I just couldn't believe it. And I just was just like, okay, whatever I had to say to get out of there, just whatever I had to say, because I was going back home. She made me apologize to them because they were friends. What do you say to that? And it felt good to tell those stories. But I don't know how to feel about it. I feel scared to share it. Not scared like a sucker, but like scared like being vulnerable. But that's what happened, and it still haunts me because nobody helped me. They just watched. They just watched. And that's the part that haunts me. So the point of all this is stop fucking recording and you help. If somebody is begging and pleading for their life, it is your obligation to help them. Otherwise, it's going to come back on you. So, those are my stories. I have other stories. I have funny ones too. Um, but if you like this one, you want to hear some more stories, let me know on the gram. Don't hit me up on my brother's freestyles. Don't hit me up on the videos. You hit me up on the gram. Because I'm going to start ignoring that. So, uh, and I might just be saying that because I'm all petty and everything. But, yeah. If you ever been through some things with the Jakes, feel free to share your story down below. And, let me know what you think. Make sure you like. If you fucks with me, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. And then maybe here soon, I'll be doing the other topics that I wanted to talk about before they murdered our brother, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery. So yeah. Y'all have a good night. It's 11. I'm going to bed. Peace, love, and hair grease and all that jazz. Share if you care, share if you dare, especially if you don't care. Peace.